Animal Saints Rescue Society was contacted by a manager of an assisted living facility, and she was asking for our help. She was overseeing a heartbreaking situation for one of her patients who'd just been admitted to a psychiatric hospital. When her patient moved out of her apartment, she left behind a little Shih Tzu girl. That little girl was Maddie Jean. Maddie Jean was biting everyone out of fear because her former person had been physically abusing her. The person's mental illness had taken a very disturbing turn for the worse, and she was harming Maddie Jean. Maddie Jean had been her service animal for years, there to comfort her in her illness. But in the depths of her psychosis, she was trying to kill her. Staff found their patient throwing Maddie Jean against the wall. Another staff member walked in to find Maddie Jean with a plastic bag over her head, and the patient's hands were around Maddie Jean's neck. It was then that Maddie Jean was separated from her person, and the person was transferred to a hospital to get help in her remaining days. Josh and I took the day to drive down to the assisted living facility to pick up Maddie Jean. We met her in the space where she had once lived with her person. She was cowering on the floor by the sofa. She initially snapped the air when I approached her, but once I offered her a treat and she accepted, I sat down on the floor just a few feet away so she could take me in. Her body was so tiny, only about 9 pounds, but her spirit and her energy were so impressive, and they filled the room. I loved her immediately. Everyone loved Maddie Jean, who was trying to help her. The staff there was so kind and grateful for our help. They walked us all out to our rescue transport van for Maddie Jean's tearful send-off. They were so relieved that she had a chance at hopefully enjoying life after all she had been through. As Josh and I drove back to the sanctuary, the gravity of her abuse began to weigh on us. We wanted her to trust us and feel better right away, but we also understood that this connection was not going to be immediate after all she had endured. More than anything, Maddie Jean needed time to rest and learn how to hopefully trust people again. We knew we could give her this in our sanctuary. It was an honor to welcome her there.
Hi. Do you smell your dinner? Do you smell your dinner? Josh cooked it. Oh.
When Maddie Jean first arrived, she looked bewildered and suspicious of everyone and everything. It took her about an hour before she even felt comfortable enough to get out of her travel carrier. She met the other saints with snaps at their noses and an alert to stay away. She was not ready to be anyone's friend yet.
Good job. Yes, good job. You are being so brave.
I started doing training with her the first night she arrived, giving her a treat every time she acknowledged my hand. This was to show her that my hands could be trusted.
Yes.
It was so important to establish this trust as soon as possible. Maddie Jean had an infection in her eyes, and she was in desperate need of a bath and a haircut. Within just a couple of days, there was a breakthrough. Not only did she let me touch her back without snapping in fear, she actually seemed to enjoy it. After a day of several training sessions, Maddie Jean rested in my lap without trembling. I tried to stay calm while she had her head on my knee, but inside I was jumping up and down for joy. I had been patiently waiting for this kind of connection, that cue from her that she was ready to accept someone into her world. I was finally able to take her outside so she could get some fresh air and take in her new surroundings. She seemed to really enjoy herself. I was also able to give her a much-needed bath and haircut. At this point, we knew we could venture safely into a veterinary hospital without it sending her into a panic. Maddie Jean had some serious eye issues. They were red and bulging when she first arrived. We wanted to keep her vision intact and avoid an eye enucleation. She was 13 years of age, and we wanted to do what we could to give her more years, not just months. When we took her to her first appointments, I was the only one who could hold her. Her trust for people hadn't generalized itself or transferred over to anyone just yet. At the same time, she was interested in other humans. She trusted them enough to test her eye pressure for glaucoma every couple of weeks. Not only were these visits helping her keep her eyes stable, it was allowing her to understand that maybe, just maybe, the world wasn't such a scary place after all. During the first year of Maddie Jean being at the Animal Saint Sanctuary, she's been seen by several doctors and an eye specialist. When she first arrived, she had a heart murmur, and she was in really rough shape. A year later, after all of the rest, safety, and freshly cooked food we've made for her, the heart murmur's gone. Her blood work has improved, and this autumn, she was healthy and stable enough to have an extensive dental involving crown amputations. Now, Maddie Jean can visit the hospital and be held by the veterinary technicians without trembling and without feeling a need to bite them in fear to protect herself. There's a sense of calm and peace in her, and it's so heartening to see. It's saints like Maddie Jean that inspire us to continue our work through Animal Saints Rescue Society. We shared her story in a recent art exhibit. Through her before and after story, we showed that abuse does not have to be the end of a life. With time, care, and love, a saint can learn to trust and to love again. Every summer, I've been going to a special place in the world. It's in the Great Lakes region. There's a quiet spot on the shore where my family has had summer cottages for 4 generations. Every year, we take our pack to enjoy beach walks, be with our family, and be surrounded by nature. Since we started Animal Saints Rescue Society, we've been taking our fosters and sanctuary residents there. Now, we call this special time there Animal Saints Camp. This year, Maddie Jean got to go. The longer she was at camp, the more confident she became. We took her to the water's edge for a portrait. It was mostly just to document the 1-year anniversary of her being in our care. We were so surprised to see her come alive on the shore. She took in deep breaths of fresh air. She wanted to smell every plant, every shell. I asked her if she wanted to go for a walk. She's never really been interested in taking one, but something changed when she was by the water's edge. I feel a great sense of peace, and at the same time, a great energy whenever I'm on that shore. I felt it all my life, and I love sharing it with the saints. It was so incredible to see her connect with it too. And not only did she want to walk, She wanted to run. And it was in that moment that I saw her past get washed away in the lake, or at least she was being given distance from it. It was as if Maddie Jean was running to embrace her own redemption.